Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Friday the 10th of January. So today is non-farm payrolls day. I'll tell you that before we look at the rest of the data, but non-farm payrolls for both the US and for Canada. So let's just have a quick zip through then. So it's all at 1:30. At 3 o'clock we've got consumer sentiment and inflation expectations. So still quite interesting at 3 o'clock. But there's a lot of focus again back into the average onto the non-farm, so we'll take a look and see what happens there later. In terms of speakers, are there any speakers? There's no speakers that are obvious there at the moment. We've had a bit of good European news so far at the moment. A bit of French data there coming through, better than expected on the lower key data. But there's not a great deal else to say at the moment. So let's look at the markets, and starting off with the euro dollar. So we're continuing, obviously dailies is very much in a downtrend. 4 hourlies started moving off last 4 hour session. 4 hourly bar there started moving off quite decently. It's come to a bit of a halt here into its daily S1. Pivots are very pinched now. Yesterday was a real nowhere day. It came up and tested the daily pivot a couple of times, and that provides sufficient resistance not to go any further. I didn't take a new trade yesterday on this. I had an auto trade go off elsewhere, but I had very little go off yet, or even look like it was setting up yesterday. The pound. So the pound, well, I didn't go much further. It really reacted to that S2 area on the monthlies. Amazed it's down there already. Catching a little bid this morning as well at the moment, but again yesterday the most of the selling had been done there, and it's at 7 o'clock bar. We went a little bit lower, but it really consolidated here. It has rolled over again, and it just gives you the feel it will continue to roll over. But as I often say, I'd like to be short on it, but not from here. So we'll wait and see. There's a lot of, at the moment, just staying with the pound, there's obviously a lot of concern at the moment about the economy, etc., and it really is getting lots and lots of news, but it's continuing to get news, but it's not continuing to sell that strongly. But having said that, yesterday it did make a new low, a near-term low. The risk is still to the downside at the moment. There's a lot not happy with what's going on, and the bond markets are reflecting that. Right, US dollar yen. That's softening again as we look. Yesterday just held there, but it's hanging around this area. As I said before, if it's going to react to the sort of double top, we'd expect it to react it now. Here it looks like at some stage it could break through. Now the thing is, this morning or this afternoon we could see this all happen in one go, one way or t'other. When that non-farm payrolls comes out, when they come out, it could either break through, and there'll probably be sell stops and whatnot in the above us. There may even be some buy stops, but all of those stops are going to be hit. If it breaks through there, it'll be quite a battle. Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar at the moment still pretty much the same basis of continuing to do its run down there on the dailies. Look, 4 hourlies and 60 minutes. Of course, when the market starts doing that like this, or the market start doing all of this, there'll be buyers wanting to come in all the time. Just watch for short squeezes. Occasionally we'll see a decent move down, I reckon. This US dollar is remaining strong at this stage. US dollar CAD, where we've got the news out later on that. Again, it's bouncing here, so the dollar strengthening against the CAD. It staying back in this channel and staying in this channel. It's not wanting to go out at this stage. To me, it just looks like you've got further weakness coming through there. New Zealand dollar, still sitting short on this. Made slight adjustments to stops yesterday, but we'll leave it to run over the weekend. I will at some stage just put the order to close in there, which will be about 54.95 or somewhere in that region, or 54.90, maybe even 99, just over the 55 area anyway. Well, look, 55.10 or something like that. Got to just look at that again later, but it's still looking soft at the moment. Yeah, not a lot else to be said on that at the moment. There's not a new trade on it. If you're looking for new trades, just nothing there at this stage. And of course, there's major risk at 130. The US dollar Swissy still pushing up there. So really, you're looking for trades that might kick off in a big way after the news. Well, like the Swissy, the euro could be breaking down or recovering, whichever way. It's a coin toss. Nobody knows, but if it goes with the trend, and that's the only way I'd look to trade these, you've got some potential reasonable moves to come from them. Yeah, Swissy really not got anything going too much. Euro yen yielded me another winning little AB3 yesterday, but it's not really looking too clever at the moment. It's gone quite choppy, and yeah, it's not doing a great deal. We might get something later on this as it picks through, but it's got little higher lows coming through here. We're just switching back above the price here. There may be opportunities later this morning. We'll see, but for now, it's certainly broken this little trend. They structurally changed things here with the higher lows coming through, so there is the potential of the upside, but we'll wait see on that. Aside of that, there's a lot of chop out there and a lot of the same sort of comments through most of these majors and major crosses. Right, let's just get on with the normal suspects this morning though, and have a quick look at gold. It's up this morning as I speak, and it continued up yesterday. Right, hadn't looked at this. I don't look at it intraday very often unless I'm really interested in taking a trade on it, and to be fair, I'm not that interested. It's a real safety factor maybe coming back in there, but it's slow but steady, and really the upside looks like it's got it for a bit longer at this stage. It really just carried on pushing up yesterday, and this morning, well, pushing up at the moment. There'll be sellers coming into the double tops here, etc., but that's particularly rally pattern. And it's already gone quite so far today. Again, this is one that personally I prefer to trade in the afternoons. Yesterday it was going the wrong way, subject to a little trend there. It had put a higher low in there, but it did pitch out there at 2 o'clock and start moving, but it's just not for me at the moment. I'm just sort of sitting out of it until it shows its hand clearer again. Right, equity markets, S&P's fractionally up this morning, but not much of a move yesterday, and I think we'll see the consolidation continue until that news is out later. Traders will be watching for the non-farm payrolls. Yeah. If anything, the longer this market stays where it is, away from the highs, and it's got this triangle sort of sitting there, the more I think there's the potential for the breakdown, but I don't want to second guess what may come from non-farm payrolls. If these figures are particularly strong, it might have the opposite effect on the markets and see a sell, because this could be inflationary. FTSE not really doing too much. It really is a bit of a laggard. Yesterday it did manage to break out of that previous range, holding on perhaps on the shorter time frames. It's given us a bit of a clue, but it's spent most of the week not really doing too much so far, and of course even this can be affected by the non-farms later. Not really liking too much there at all. And the DAX, finishing off with the DAX has been absolutely kicking it. I do wonder if this is going to roll. Price action not is consolidating, but not at the high. It's off the highs there now, and looking quite messy overall. It's consolidating, but as I say, away from the high, which I do wonder we'll see a breakdown on that. So again, I'm not into it, not trading it at the moment. Right, that's pretty much it. A day of not trading, probably sitting on my hands, waiting to see what happens, doing some analysis ready for next week later, and see what happens when this non-farms come out. Right, have a great day, and I will catch you on Monday. Take care, have a great weekend even. Bye for now.